It's a mega rainy day, as well as sunny in the United Kingdom. I'm Anuki on Anuki TV. Thank you for joining me. This is about the 18th game of Company of Heroes that I have casted now, as well as some live streams. Of course, we have announcements, as sometimes I usually do at the start of these games. Very quick announcements. We're having the game play out in the background, because usually it's just capping and building that's going on early on. So the first announcement is I'm doing live streams at the weekend on Twitch. I'll have that in a description. You can very well join me. It's a very informal thing. I basically cast games that I've selected like one or two, and then it's from that point on it's just people sending me replays, and we'll cast them as we go for a bit of fun. I will have them uploaded on YouTube at some point as well. Don't worry about that. It's just YouTube is very slow at the moment. My second announcement is there was a competition, a shoutcast competition on Modern Combat Mod, which was the last game that I uploaded. Do check that out. That was the entry, or my submission for that competition, where you can win 50 euros. Yeah, 50 euros. That's a lot of money in my land. But that requires votes at the moment. We need to log on to the forums there, check out all free replays. Do check them all out before voting. Mine might not be the best. And then, oh crap, we have catwalking going on. Oh, you cheeky devil. Cheeky. So anyway, that's enough about that. You get the gist of it. Do check out that. I'll have that in the description as well. These players, we must get them out. We have Fisther, who is... Whoa, Fisther, where's your tier 1? He's just going straight up to tier 2. And the person that was catwalking is commentator Noggano. It's not just a regular no, it's a Noggano. We are losing, which sounds like a mythical creature, like the lizard things in World of Warcraft, the Naga. They're also in Titan Quest and stuff like that. They're probably just a Greek mythological creature, lizard-like thing. Awesome to kill. Not really something I want to play as a playable race, which is something that Dungeons and Dragons might do. But we are going very, very off topic. That catwalk was... I can't remember now. It shouldn't have been effective because that one guy was going up against 2 pioneers. We are watching from the German side this time because some people have been bitching and complaining, and I'm like, oh, I give in to you. I will. I'll allow it this time. We'll watch from the Axis point of view. So, Fisther, who is very much like Fisther when I read it, because as I've mentioned before, I tend to read some of the letters and then exchange the rest of the letters with letters I kind of like. So Fisther, we shall try not to call him. I might accidentally blurt that out. And we shall try and call him his appropriate given name, his birth game name. An unusual name that is. I don't know what kind of meaning that could potentially mean. Fisther sounds like a fish. Is he a fisher? Some sort of hybrid fisherman? I don't know. Anyway, he's got 2 pioneers out. He's actually got 4 pioneers out. And there's his tier 2 building going out. So, I know I've not really been mentioning the game so far, but what the fuck's going on? What is going on? Fisher, what do you have planned? He wins that engagement, but he certainly isn't going to win this engagement from the rifleman from Noggano. No, you don't cap this point. This point is very much the rifleman's. That's the property of them. Also, Noggano is going for this cap point. The cutoff point, I keep calling it the cap point. Of course, every point is a cap point. You can capture them all. Seems kind of redundant. Silly me. Look how high that flag will go. That was a really fast cap. Good job, Rifleman, and your fast capping speed. Cap faster than regular stuff out on the field. What are we going to be seeing out of this? We are getting Grenadiers and a Comcraft Center up. So, highly likely that we're going to see some infantry veterancy being purchased there. And maybe some Grenadier spam, which is usually what happens against Brits. Now, maybe when the game loaded up, what happened was he didn't see who it was against and just assumed Brits. Maybe that's what the plan was, and then he said, oh crap, I'm against Americans, and he's just like, well, fuck it, we'll go with it. We'll see what happens. That could be highly likely, or maybe we're going to see something ingenious and absolutely adorable and lovely and heavily infantry focused. And I've just remembered, we're back on Langresse! I've been doing a lot of Langresse recently. It seems to be a very highly popular, mega, super adorable map that all players want to play on. Pioneer there with on the verge of death. He's probably going around with a heart rate monitor just to check that he's still alive. In the meantime, though, just look at the map that has been captured because of the lack of stuff that can fight for the Wehrmacht. He does have grenadiers out in the field now, which against non-barred riflemen is going to be good. And that one as well. Tossing those grenades, this is going to be a hurtful impact. In fact, no it didn't. It barely did anything. I think Fisther there is going to be really harboring some anger against that grenade that was just pathetic. Barely did any damage. We're just going to have to rely on these standard rifle shootings. That squad, it has to retreat, is on very low health, but still 4 members. The flamethrower is being target fired, which is absolutely excellent to do. We don't want to be in light cover for that one, but that is negating damage against the riflemen at the very least. They can hold out whilst that engineer squad is being focused. They have to retreat as well. Another grenade goes off, and that rifle squad retreats as well. So that grenade was much more effective than the other one, but do we have more grenadiers coming out? Yes, we do. We are on our 3rd grenadier squad, but we have to get this map back. Just look at the amount of territory lost. We are even in a free cap mode. We don't have a plus 10 fuel. We still have 1 fuel. We had enough fuel to get to tier 2. And to be honest, tier 2 is all we kind of need to play as Wehrmacht. They get packs from that. They get half tracks from that. They get mortars, which are hardly seen. Maybe we'll see some mortars. The rifleman from commentator Dave. Noggano! Noggano, not Naga. It's not an A at the start. Noggano is hiding behind that heavy cover. In the meantime, though, we got grenadiers on the flank side, probably negating some of that cover. No, it looks like these guys are actually negating the cover now. It's very dependent on where the riflemen are standing. You can see those guys here all dying on this side of the raid. It looks like they're having some man love going on there. That guy... High five, man! We're dead! Dead, dying. Ah, my appendix. Ah, lots of great acting there. Great model. Model animation. Model blah. Whatever you want to call it, whatever you wish. Grenadiers on the far right hand side with the flame engineers hugging it out into a battle of the death. Luckily though, the grenadiers are stronger and they'll manage to win this one. But now the grenadiers in the centre have managed to part with their fellow other grenadier buddies who have gone for that point over there. So they're fighting alone, they're chucking grenades, they managed to get 2 kills and supported by grenadiers in the building. It's such a great building to enter when like there's battles going on in the centre. It's just like awesome cover that you can hide yourself in and provide support to all the infantry in the middle. Now these guys are going to couple up and hold the centre. They need to get out there and cap all this stuff because we are very behind, at least in resources. Oh my crikey lorderon, it's a tank depot out. We certainly need those packs now. Noggano saw that he just sort of went straight tier 2. He saw that he had a really early advantage in terms of fuel. And he's gone for it. Completely outright gone for it. He's doing what I would say the most correct thing is going straight up to the tank factory. We're going to get some Shermans out most likely. It has to be. It doesn't make sense to get anything else. A croc would be awesome. I'd love to see a croc. Oh, don't lose your grenadier squads. We need all our grenadier squads alive. Most of the grenadiers have parted on to the far left-hand side of the map to retake a lot of territory. More grenades going off from Fisther. Well dodged by Noggano. Now he can sort of reclaim again the territory back here. Maybe go for the cut-off point with that rifleman squad. Delaying even more resources. These grenadiers are getting surrounded because they have to split up to capture territory. There's no way about it. That's the way the game has to go. At least we can get some Panzerschrecks out of these guys, which will help against any tanks coming out of here. And at least we can get a pack as well. He doesn't know that that tank factory is there yet, so the chances of him getting a pack is still highly likely. You still need a pack. Always get 1 pack. Just always get 1 pack. It's nice to have. In the meantime, though, again, more capping. When is there never any capping? There should always be capping with just like an engineer squad or a rifleman squad somewhere and about. Pioneers to grenadiers. These grenadiers have got to fight and win the battles to allow the pioneers to cap. That would be the main goal for me, I would say. Don't get these guys capping where you can avoid it. Let the pioneers do that. Just focus on winning the battles. That way you can hold your territory. I mean, these grenadiers all here are absolutely fantastic for taking out these rifleman squads and engineers. The flame engineers, not too good in the building against 4 squads of grenadiers. Now they're just pushing really far up here. They want to capture that point first, which will prevent any fuel income to the allies, and then they can cap that as well. But they've got to win the battles. It's not enough just to capture the points. You've got to hold them. which you can do with mines. Now we've got Vet 2 on these Grenadiers. They're even stronger than before. They've been holding back this entire time. We have to end this quickly. We have to do it now. Grenades going in the building. Will we get anyone flying out of the window? No, we do. Not this time. Not this time. Only one engineer left versus many bullets from the Grenadiers. And he gets out of the building. He moves to this side before retreating. He's being chased down by the Grenadiers and focused fire. Will he explode? No, he doesn't explode, but he does go down. And a grenade, another grenade. Lovely grenade play here. Only gets one guy and sends that gun flying into the grass, where it cannot be picked up. Our Grenadier is still over on the northern side of the map, just having a ball of a time picking up those munitions, denying it to the enemy. Where's this Sherman? Here it is, exactly when I wanted to see it. Now we're going to have to see how Fisther is going to respond to this. Has he got a pack? He does have a pack. It's chilling with the wall. It's watching paint dry. When it's needed most, it could have been hanging out in the middle of the field close. The rifleman certainly wouldn't have seen it if it was put in some inconspicuous area. A great grenade there that we just missed from that rifle, that Grenadier squad of 13 kills. Wow, fantastic for them. We really want to see some Panzerschrecks popping out now just to support this pack, which has now positioned itself watching the middle here. Will be able to take a shot by the looks of it. Yes, it does. A quarter of this damage, almost. More like a fifth, but it's not important. Taking another shot, which just magically disappears as soon as it leaves the pack. Not that that's important. Now, you can see, this is why Panzerschrecks rock. You stick them near your AT gun, and it's going to punish whatever vehicle's there just microing around constantly, because this happens a lot. Anyone that's played Company of Heroes or watched Company of Heroes knows this happens, and it's annoying when you're trying to turn your Packaroonie around and just shoot the tank, and he's just like, oh, come on. Oh, he's put it down here. Oh, he's gone again, that cunning Sherman tank. And they do it again, and then, like, 2 guys die, and the other guy's like, blows his brain out. So that's why we have Panzerschrecks, to avoid scenarios like that. Do we have a Panzerschreck? No, we have a second pack propping itself against the wall, the lucky wall where paint does dry, firing its shot. The Sherman sees it though and starts backing up. Great pulling out tactics there. Not like Pepsi. Not like Pepsi. For those that remember that game, that apparently caused quite a stir I did not expect. So anyway, our Sherman's going to go away and hopefully repair itself like a jolly good Roger he is. In the meantime, though, we got a huge Grenadier force with no Panzerschrecks whatsoever. No Panzerschrecks here. You have to be in your own territory to upgrade to Panzerschrecks. Remember that, and we need to tech up as well, which he is doing to Panzer Command. Oh, he's skipping tier 3 entirely. Tier 2 to tier 4. Yeah, that's 4. I forgot how many fingers I had for a second there. But then I counted them, and then I remembered. Well, not so much remembered as in just counted and then inputted that data into my brain. And remember for later, hopefully, our Sherman's Bet 1, which is way more important than the previous discussion of remembering shit. Our Grenadier's going to have to retreat. There's that lucky Panzerschreck. We're going to hop it into the building and maybe take a shot out of the window. It looks like a complicated angle to fire from. Instead, he fires at the tree. Look, incredibly hostile tree, extremely threatening. The Flame Engineers, though, even more threatening to guys inside wooden buildings. That's very wooden. Wooden buildings should catch fire in Company of Heroes 2 way more than concrete buildings. Like, I don't know. I mean, there's still wood there, but what about raid? Maybe we can have some sort of rain impact for flamethrowers, which might create some imbalances. So we won't go there. Let's just keep it very standard. There's a lot of talk of Company of Heroes 2 in the forums, and look at the spread out here. Yeah, apart from the packs, these packs could certainly be way more spread apart. There's a lot of room, and he's just kind of caught them up there. That could be very painful later on when, I don't know, maybe a Calliope might come out. No, a strafing run, which wasn't that good, but it did pin and suppress. Which will be very useful for these riflemen because they won't take any damage apart from that grenade there. That might hurt Willie over there. He's dead, gone. He's never coming back. He's gone to the afterlife. In the meantime, we're getting reinforced by Flame Engineers. We've got some more Flame Engineers flanking, and the Sherman is supporting, but We can't do much because of our twin duo packs. Forcing it to get out of there. So the riflemen are alone on this one. Another great grenade. No retreating there. 4 kills with the radio op guy there. You know, the guy with the backpack. He's a special guy. I don't know who he is and why he's the only one with that radio op back on there. But he looks a lot cooler than the other guys. So I don't know. He needs a name, just like the Panzerschreck Johann. Oh, nostalgia, bringing back memories from like last year. Oh, last year memories. Wow, the packs now have absolutely no infantry supporting them. If these riflemen, they'll be back out in about 30 seconds after they've fully reinforced. But that's a lucrative deal right there. You could certainly just walk in and take them all out. Maybe even steal them. You thieving git! Commentator Noggano. Is he a commentator? I've not heard the name. I've honestly not watched much commentaries since the days of Harlequin. I don't know why that is, but now I have to spend most of my time trying to dish out my own content. I'm very much a viewer when it comes to these commentators. I just think, right, what would I like to see as a viewer? I'll kind of do that, and I do my best. I know I'm a bit rubbish, a bit iffy. Doesn't matter. We have fun. I have fun, and I make special effects. And I hope that's going to be conveyed in the Modern Combat Devcast. If people vote for me. Which, maybe they will, maybe they won't, we don't know. Just remember to take that link. It's €50. I could really do with the money. Because I'm like begging now. I'm down to pennies. I can't buy any more games. No more games for me to buy. I'm stuck with Company of Heroes. No, I'm not. I'm not stuck with Company of Heroes. That's... Don't you think that? No. Anyway, we have riflemen's moving down the southern side of the map with bars. So they are back in this infantry war. They could possibly not take casualties from grenades. That would be a good start. Our grenadiers are very packed up, but that's good because they have Panzerschrecks to fire into the Sherman, who is blasting his way right through that grenadier squad. They're moving back behind the building. That's good. That will mean they don't take any fire from that Sherman because buildings block, surprisingly enough, if you haven't noticed. It's not like high ground, low ground StarCraft 2, where it's just magically fire up the cliff. But you can still fire through the terrain, actually. Can still fire through the terrain on this game. People haven't noticed that. It's one of the main differences between Men of War, and I know I'm going extremely off topic again. I'm feeling kind of chirpy, and I just talk about random shit all the time. So let's talk about the game again. Our packs are still not quite spaced out. Fisther, maybe move them a little bit more spaced out. There's certainly more room for improvement there that we can have. Our grenadiers are fighting off riflemen on the left flank. We still need to capture this victory point, which has largely been ignored. We have a Panzer IV out, which is an interesting tank to bring out. We don't see Panzer IVs as much as we really should. A very all-round average tank, 5554 in terms of effectiveness, which is very much the same as a Sherman that hasn't been upgraded with a 50 cal, and this one has, and it's getting repairs as well. That gunner can be killed, gotta be remembered, just like real life, they would get shot. I don't know why that was really a good idea to sort of be on a tank manning a gun. I mean, how scary would that be? Being on top of a tank, you would be a prime target for not only enemy tanks, but enemy infantry as well. When you're going into those urban environments. A lovely flamethrower advancement. These guys almost on the road, but they are being focused fire by both bar rifleman squads. A lot of damage there, but not enough to inflict a squad wipe. The riflemen have to retreat, as well as the flamethrower squad, so they lose ground here. And Fisther has done really well to reclaim this territory. He lost a lot early on, but he capitalized by having a load of grenadiers. Using those grenades as well. Those grenades had a heavy impact. This sniper is now brought into the field, so we have back tech to tier 2 for commentator Noggano, and the sniper is going to do some heavy inflicting damage on the grenadiers because they're a 4-man squad. If they get down to 2 guys, it's potentially a squad wipe. Just one lucky bar rifleman killing a guy, and then the sniper snipes the last guy. Not enough time to retreat. Maybe. Now, this is sometimes a good idea, is to not reveal your sniper until you get a second sniper. That way, the surprise element is just huge. he's thinking, oh, he's only got one sniper, and then all of a sudden you just lose a squad right out from a second sniper. And then you've got to somehow adjust to the second sniper on the field by getting either a motorcycle, which is always a bad idea when there are Shermans on the field, or anything that's anti-tank. They just die so easily. You have to be extremely cautious with them, not to lose them. Those riflemen eating many bullets from the Panzer IV, already 4 kills, and a lot of Panzerschrecks being fired into the building as well. And if you haven't noticed, they are effective against buildings as well. We've got a barrel going down here. These guys hanging behind the picket fence, which I'm not sure if they noticed, but it has holes in it. It's not the best thing to hide behind. These Grenadiers, though, not much better themselves. Everyone's in light cover, that omnidirectional light cover, but it doesn't protect them too much from the strafing run as they're suppressed. The Bard Riflemen are way too injured to move and advance forward. Maybe that squad there, once the Sherman deals with the Panzer IV, but the Sherman... actually, the Sherman has way more health, but he's got to avoid these packs. He knows those packs are there. We got to avoid them, though, because that's bad for our heart. Interesting, though. Our Rifleman squad from Noggano is moving around to decap this fuel point. We only need to decap it. Maybe he'll actually go and cap it. But in response, we're getting a Grenadier squad, which will actually cut off that point if he caps it. So, you know, we're only going to neutralize that and benefit from that. Sherman coming over on the left-hand side, eating a few Panzerschrecks. It should really target fire this squad than the MG40. It's an MG42 squad! Or a light LMG. It's not an MG42. The MG42 is actually a big one. It could be a... I don't know, one of the lighter ones. The MG36 or something. Not a World War II buff. Someone will commentate, though. Thank you for all the people that do actually commentate. Useful information in the YouTube comments, of course. Where else would you comment? Certainly not on the channel feed now that YouTube have changed that for the worse. It's a lot harder to see YouTube comments, but I'm glad we have an LMG finally. These things can only fire when stationary. They can't fire on the move. They do have minor suppression ability, but they do have a huge amount of damage bonus as well. 22 kills for that squad. They are fantastic. They are specialized in killing life forms of the organic material. And the Rifleman squad retreat. They do the correct thing. They don't want to hang around there. There's no point fighting or delaying a battle where you're going to take manpower losses. We have an AT gun out now that's popped itself just next to the weapon support center. Firing one shot into the Panzer IV. We do have 2 Panzer IVs on the field. Rear hit there. 50% life. They're focusing on the Sherman. That's good for them. The Sherman's readjusting its frontal armor, which again is very important. A Panzer IV, the second Panzer IV, moving around to get a flank shot. We don't have any stickies, or Noggano was not paying attention to that one and he wasn't able to get sticky off. He could very well get it onto this squad. We shall see right now. Certainly no stickies for him. Not going, but Sherman's exposing its side armor. Bad play from Noggano. Needs to readjust. He does get Vet 2 on the Sherman, though. That's certainly going to help him. Will we see stickies being upgraded? It looks like something's going on there, and it most likely won't be Rifleman squads. We still have 4 Rifleman squads on the field. Noggano doing very well, retaining that. Because losing Rifleman squads is bad. So bad. 6 kills for this Rifleman squad and Vet 1. Do we have any veterancy? No, we don't have any supply upgrades. That would really be useful for vetting up these Riflemen and competing against these Grenadiers. The earlier we get vetted up Riflemen, the easier it is going to be dealing with vet-free Grenadiers, which will most likely come at some point. Our Panzer IV is coming in to block the retreating Riflemen. Oh, this guy was actually running back for his friend and then decided, no, fuck it, they're dead, and then just moves on. So, in response to this, we're getting a huge Rifleman. Yeah, it's not the best thing against a Panzer IV, unless he got some sticky grenades that maybe might damage his engine, might immobilize it. That would be very useful for the Sherman to come in, and the AT gun to pick a few shots off. That's not the AT gun, that's a munitions point. So really, what are these Riflemen intending to do from Noggano? I don't know what he's thinking here. He's just rushing, trying to sprint up to that Panzer IV. Now he's doing... he's trying to hide. It's like the worst hiding ever, right in front of the Panzer IV behind a bush, but the Sherman's coming into play as well, still on 50% life, blasting the Grenadiers, taking a few soldiers there. Ultimately, though, the Riflemen lose out on that one. That wasn't a great engagement for them. And Fisther is still here, right in the middle, parking himself here. The immobile object that is just not being contested whatsoever. And we're now threatening a free cap in the hands of Fisther. He's going to be ticking Noggano down now quite heavily. We are down to 181 points at the start, and we've still got 396 points to tick down, so it's going to be a long game. Rest assured we're going to be here for a few days, maybe. What happened to that sniper? The sniper perished. Do we have a second sniper coming out? We'll have to see. It would highly be recommended we get in the Panzerschrecks, blast a few of the picket fences, because they're just too much cover. And then we're going to hide behind the picket fences. We're going to blast a hole in the fence, and then we're going to hide behind it. Logic? I think not, Fisther. I think not. Where's your MG42 squad? There it is. The hero squad with 23 kills. Only one extra kill. There's a sniper coming out. I called it. Who's he going to shoot? He's going to shoot the MG42 squad. A good target indeed. Meanwhile, the Shermans are having... Oh, they're back up to full health on the left-hand side. Great, that Sherman can come back into play in the middle. Maybe poke around here, take a few shots. We've got artillery falling down. Everyone retreats. Rocket barrage. Firestorm, or rather. We are Terror. Not the other one, Blitzkrieg, and the other one. Defensive, that's the one. Oh, God. It's all very much on-the-spot stuff, trying to think of things. And it feels like I'm pressured to know stuff. And I do know stuff, but it's calling back up on the spur of the moment, which is difficult. Again, another Firestorm, and I remember Firestorm has a really irritating cooldown that could be spammed if you have a load of munitions. But, honestly, we could have got Stukas for that. Stukas are great. You can just constantly cast Stukas, and it's 150 munitions to call in a Firestorm. 160 rather. Stukas, you can just constantly call them in, but never mind. Always remember to sort of get a Stuka or a Neville, I say. They are absolutely excellent against snipers. Absolutely incredible against AT guns as well. A useful weapon in your arsenal. Just one of them. Just one. You don't need to spam them. Just one into the composition. A grenade goes from Fisther, getting 4 or 5 guys, almost wiping out that squad entirely. He ducks behind the bush just in time. The sniper's firing, forcing that squad to retreat. The last guy with the MG42, or the MG, whatever it is, the MG36, or 39, or 72, or the 100 millionth, the Super Epsilon Mega Gun Rifle Ray. Now the rifles are chasing the packs, and they're doing a great job. They need to get these out of the way, and then the Sherman can come in and do some destructive damage against that P4. And he does, he manages to get it. He needs to steal some of these as well. That'd be absolutely excellent. Whilst he's still got 4 guys left. Panther comes out on the field, and that's not what the Sherman wants to see. We are stealing these packs, so we need to retreat as well. Get these guys out before he's focused fire. Fisther sees it. I think he's aiming for it. No, not anymore. The pack's readjusting. The sticky grenade goes off on the tank. Is it going to do with the damage engine? Yes, it does. Which will delay any given chase. A sniper back there with 8 kills. Vet 2 for him. Our packs are not running away. They're just constantly firing in. We're making the most of a bad situation. They most likely won't be able to run away, but they can fire a few shots at the very least. And another sticky grenade goes off on the Panther. A lot of damage has been done to this Panther. We even see the AT gun moving up as well to take a few shots. Surely this Panther is going to have the shortest life known to any Panther in the history of forever. Also firing at the AT gun, returning fire. Slowly trying to retreat. Oh, that's a shell pinging off. Why is the Panzer IV assisting? No. You're meant to be my brother. You can't shot block in this game. That's going to go right through the tank. In fact, he does manage to attract attention. Maybe this AT gun was on auto-fire mode instead of actually attacking. The Panzer IV is taking an incredible amount of damage itself as well, and surely will go down now. Main gun damage, pinging off the last shot from the AT gun. We just need one more shot, and that Panzer IV is down. We've got a second Panzer IV that's not doing much. Another Firestorm going right on the AT gun, which could not have been placed in a better spot to keep these tanks alive. The Sherman Vet 2, though. Oh, its gun has been damaged. This is for the worst. We just need one more shot on this Panther, and it's just not going down. The P4 with the broken gun turret was trying to give chase, and now it's just realised from Fisther. That's not a bad idea. That's a really fucking awful idea. That's going to kill me if I do that. We still have one more Panzer IV to deal with. The riflemen are trying to obtain the packs. and fire. We almost lose a squad. The sniper is firing on the pioneers, trying to repair urgently this Panzer IV. This is just frantic action as the rifleman squad are moving up to throw a sticky grenade, which will surely do it. Do they have the ammunition? It doesn't look like they do, otherwise they would have thrown it by now. Our packs are just trying to get the... Why isn't it working? A sticky grenade goes off in the Panzer IV. That's not where we want a sticky grenade. We want it on the Panzer... Freaking 5, the Panzer V Panther, that's what it's actually called. It's the 5th one in the series, but the P4 is now just pushing this squad around, making sure it can't get a sticky grenade on here. There is a cooldown in effect on the sticky grenades. And holy McMoly hell, how the hell did Fisther actually survive this one? The AT gun is still firing from that distance, still pinging off the front armor. That engine is just completely battered, it is not going anywhere. A huge miss. All of the infantry grenadier squads are moving forward now. The grenadier squads see the sniper retreats. The AT gun no longer has sight, no vision here on the Panther, and has to retreat. But surely we'll be able to take that out later on, but it is being engineered back up to full health. We've got an MG from the Allies this time round, which is going to suppress all these squads. There it is, in effect. We've got 2 MG42 squads now. Checking their kills, 24 and 5. Well, a little bro isn't too good. I'm sure he'll pick it up. The sniper, a huge blob here. Unfortunately, we don't have a Stuka. A Stuka would have been amazing right now, and we could have spammed that in loads of other situations as well. Hell, we could have got like 2 or 3 Stukas by now. Just think of the devastation we could have had there. But no, we've used it on Firestorm, so we've traded essentially manpower for munitions, which I don't know. If we had a time machine, we could have gone back and saw how the game would have went. If we had Stukas, you can never quite tell. Never quite tell. And this Panther is now above 50% life. Its engine is at 50% operational maximum speed. No hyperdrive though, no hyperdrive. AT gun could move up. Where's the AT gun? Oh, the AT gun has decided to flunk it and die. Oh, Panzer Shrek, 2 Panzer Shreks! Get the Panzer Shreks. The Panzer Shreks will lead us to victory. And preferably get them on different squads as well, just in case. I mean, you've always got one Panzer Shrek on a squad then hanging around. And you can flank it from 2 sides too. How good is that? But we're not going to see that. We're just going to get this huge blob of riflemen and moving forward. The pack still doing well to stay alive. Almost destroyed though. The white bar of life is gone. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why he splits up. The rage from people not using their micro. They just need to do that, and then do that. That's right click, and then right click. It's not hard. It's 2 rifleman squads. You only had 2 things to do, maybe 3 things. The AT gun is destroyed. The Pak 38 is down, no longer in service and operational. Certainly completely beyond repair. No sellotape is going to fix that. Not like this Panther, which is just getting all sorts of sticky band-aids and plasters put on it. Ostwind out in the field. If you failed to notice that with your, I don't know, impaired vision. Maybe there are some impaired visions. Maybe people are listening to me. I don't know. Is anyone blind here? I don't know. I don't think you are. I think you might be lying if you're commentating. Again, the rifleman blood. Fully retreated in force. That's right, in force. They are retreating in the wrong direction. They should be retreating towards the enemy, destroying all of their valuables. AT gun completely unsupported again. The Panther is just going through hell constantly. Still not dying, still pinging shells and missing. The Ostwind now trying to get those crewmen off of the AT gun, whereby it can save its Panther. Oh, this is just the luckiest Panther in the world. The AT gun is destroyed, and some other dude there. I mean, those 3 XP signals. So I think that was an engineer. I don't know. I can't be sure who the 4th guy was. It's a mystery for the mystery machine. And again, we haven't learnt our lesson of splitting up our infantry. Just get them in a line. It will work fine. Attacking the Ostwind. The Ostwind is now firing in the sky. We got a bombing run coming in. There it is. Yes, it gets the Ostwind. It doesn't get the Panther because the Panther is immortal. That's goddamn immortal Panther, and just bodies are scattering everywhere from that Ostwind because it's an open top. We do have a clone Ostwind. Super Clone Ostwind. This is probably the new and improved version of the Ostwind. Ostwind 2.0. That's it. That's all veterancy is going to be referred to now. It's not like they've gained skill. They're clones. Version 2 of the clones. As Sniper, how many kills have you got? 17 kills in a short space of time. Not bad. Good micro there from Noggano, but what the hell was that coming down? That looks scary. My own shadow scares me quite a lot sometimes, especially late at night when I'm making toast. My reflection, actually, is the scary part. Because, like, you're making toast, and then in the corner of your eye, it's like this weird movement thing, and I think someone's looking in the window, like a zombie, and it's very scary. And then I realise it's me. And then I turn back away, and I see something in the corner of my eye, and it scares the hell out of me. And then I realise it's me again. I don't really learn, I just scare myself a lot. Very easily scared person. Our Panther, though, has not been the most effective unit. In fact, these are the healers, and this is quite literally the fucking tank. It is the fucking tank of all tankness. I mean, King Tigers ain't got nothing on this. This is the tank of tankingness. No DPS, though. Our Ostwinds are actually the DPS, so incredibly MMO situational here. I don't know what our Panther 4 intends to do. Panther 4? No. We are not gluing 4 Panthers together to make an entirely new Roboticon tank. I meant to say the Panzer 4. Our Ostwind, though, is not in the greatest situation against an AT gun and some Panzer Shreks in the hands of Vet 1 and 2 Riflemen. It is doing a lot of damage before it dies and burns. Ostwind's out of control. You are just... I don't know. I think sometimes when units die, especially Ostwinds, and they go out of control, they get this, like, last stand buff of insane damage. It's irritating, I know, because you cannot destroy... Okay, yeah, here we go. Here's a good Company of Heroes 2 feature. To be able to target tanks which are out of control and fucking blow them up big time. And my language is atrocious today. Again, I guess that's because I'm really chirpy. Really chirpy indeed. Ostwind is trying to destroy that AT gun because that's the biggest threat. That is the biggest threat. We get another Firestorm coming in. Then a retreat. So maybe the Firestorm will actually destroy the AT gun. At the very least, it will create some fire where it will be too hot to stand on without killing yourself. AT gun does get destroyed. The Ostwind doesn't get the final kill. The AT gun melts. That is the physics in Company of Heroes. The AT gun melted from the fire and all its electronics inside, which there are none, so never mind. Or is there? No, there isn't. Or is there? No, there isn't. Electricity wasn't in World War II. Oh my god, I'm so trolled. Anyway, Ostwind, possibly the 3rd or 4th Ostwind, is doing a lot of damage to the Riflemen. I think this is all we have left is just Riflemen and Snipers. A Sniper, rather, and 1 Engineer squad as well, which is going around capping. But we are essentially pinned in our base right now. Noggano, I don't think you're coming out from this one. Coming out. Are you coming out? Were you ever in? Are you in the closet? Noggano, are you coming out? Come on. Come on out of you. Come on out of you. Come on. Come on out of you. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on. Come out of the base. Come on. Come out of your closet and fight. Fight like the man you are or are not. Yes, fight like the man you are not. No, what are you... This is just cowardly. This is extremely cowardly. Okay, maybe he's expecting a base rush, but Fisther is not falling for that trick. So... like you are at home, I'm scratching my head. Noggano, you're still in the game, right? Still here, bro. Oh, we're getting an AD called in, but there's a King Tiger here. I think that is pretty much game. That is very much game. Like, everything's just rolling in right now. And like the Tower Doctrine is, it's very terrifying. Maybe we'll get a bombing run. That would be absolutely fantastic. I would love to see all this bombing and runs. But no, we're getting a Firestorm instead. I guess that's going to mark the end of the game. Noggano, I sorry for your loss. Fisther, though, that was an interesting instant tier 2 engagement that you did. A lot of heavy infantry play and then llama play at the end. Just to recap, though, please do remember to visit the Modern Combat link that I will paste in the description. You can watch free Modern Combat replays there and place your vote for the best one. And there is a €50 reward for it. Please do that. And I am not saying vote for me, not like the other guys. I'm just saying allow me to impress you. To all my fans out there, I'm a Nuki Fisther.